Let's set up this SuperBox S6 Pro. So what I've done is I've connected it up to an Ethernet cable, and it also does Wi-Fi. I've got an HDMI cable over here, and then I've got the power cable over here, which I will just plug in quick, and then we will see that boot up on the front of the screen. Then we've got the remote, which takes two AAA batteries, so I've got those in, and we'll get that set up. And there we can see it's starting up. And then what I'll do is we'll switch on the TV. So I've just switched on the TV. So that's the TV coming on. SuperBox, there we go. It boots up really quickly. These boxes are so fast. I'm quite impressed. So here's the disclaimer, and I've got something to say about this disclaimer which I'd like you to watch first, and then we will carry on with the video.
Now, the disclaimer says, thank you for choosing SuperBox. SuperBox is an empty, open entertainment device. Due to the nature of this item, we are not in any way responsible for the content streamed or viewed by any user. All applications available either through a variety of app stores or available through the internet. It is the user's responsibility, so it's very important, the user's responsibility to satisfy themselves that either they or the sites accessed for streaming and content have the correct copyright agreements in place and are entitled to this content. The burden of determining this falls completely on you, which is the person using the box, the user. SuperBox is in no way takes any responsibility for how you use this device. So that's very important. So whatever you install on this device is up to you. So if you want to install streaming content that's illegal or whatever, that's up to you. So they don't take any responsibility. This is like a Fire Stick or another Android device, but it's really powerful. It's got some really cool things that you can do with it. So I'm just saying it's up to you how you view things and that. So if you want to put illegal content on there and stream it, that's up to you. If you want to put video on demand and pay for it, that's up to you. So that's all available. So that's what I wanted to show. So the video is just for informational purposes. I'm just showing you what you can do with the box. I'm not saying you should go and install all these kind of apps and do all of this weird stuff. I'm not condoning any of that. I'm just showing you the box and what it is and how it works and what a great piece of tech it is. So I'll carry on with the video. I hope you enjoy it.
Right, so I've got the remote set up over here, and we can see this is how you move left and right and up and down. That's over there. You've got a home key, you've got a back key. You've also got this little button over here which switches on a mouse cursor, which is quite cool. So what we'll do is we'll move to the agree and we'll click OK. So we'll press that, and then it says Ethernet connected, so that's the cable I connected. We'll click next. It just did a test quickly, so that's there. And that is the up, down arrows, remote button, screen, black borders. So this is cool. This, if you look on the edges, you'll see there's a black border there. Now if I press down, you'll see that shrink. If I press up, it goes to full screen, so you can fit it to the screen that you've got. So that's really cool. So now we're on full screen, so we'll click finish, and then straight away it takes you into the dashboard. And you've got your Ethernet connection up there, the weather, Bluetooth, and down over here we've got some icons, which is settings, your file management, cleaning up the cache, speed, deleting apps, your microphone, and then a keyboard if you wish to use one. So let's quickly go through those. So what I'll do is I'll enable the mouse pointer. So I've pressed that little mouse button just to the left of the OK down here on the remote. And you can see over here is a little mouse pointer, and you can maneuver that around with the arrow keys on the remote, and you can see the remote flashes as that does so. So you can do that, or you can switch that off and just move around, and you can see the boxes highlight as you move around. So we'll go over the first one. So at the bottom left is the settings, so we can click on that, and you'll see in the top right here you've got your Android settings. So this is Android 12. And over there we've got your Bluetooth, your account sign-in, so you can sign in with your Google account if you want. You've got apps, device preferences, and everything over there. So that's good. You can go back. Then we'll go to the next item, which is the file browser. So over here we've got 32 gigs. This S6 Pro is a 32 gig model. And over there you can see you can browse the network neighborhood, so you can browse other files. And at the top you've got video, picture, music, and files, so you can browse whatever files are stored on here or other locations on the network. So we'll go back, then we'll go here, and this just basically does a system cleanup with memory and things like that, and it just cleans up any leftover files that might have occurred from an uninstall or anything like that. We've then got a speed test, so this will then open up your browser, so we can just click on accept, and then this will take you through to a internet speed test. So this will just run a speed test to see if the internet's fast enough. So that's what happens over there. So we can click back, we'll then turn the mouse off again. Then the next one is apps. If you have any apps that you want to uninstall, that's what this icon is here, the little bin in the bottom left. And go back, we've got an icon over here which is a microphone. So if you press on that, it will then ask about the remote and how to sync that. So basically it's searching for the remote which is on, and it asks you to press the back button and the OK button together for it to pair. So in order for that to take place, we'll push those two buttons together, and then it will start searching, and then it should pair with that. So it's now flashing, so that's flashing over here, and it's pairing, and now it's connected. So this is ready to use as a microphone. So that's cool. And there's a little button just at the bottom here, which is a little blue microphone button. You press that and then you can do voice commands. Okay, so I'm going to say something, and then what we're going to see is if it opens up anything. So I'm going to hold down the microphone, and then I'm going to talk into the mic here. Hopefully it picks me up from behind the camera where I'm filming, and let's see if it opens up anything. Open Prime Video. And then I've released it. And there we go. So open Prime. So Prime's now open, asking me to log in. So that's the voice activation from the remote. So we're back at the bottom, and then you've got a keyboard layout if you want to do that. So let's start looking at how this box works. So what we'll do is we'll go to the pink box over here that says App Store. We'll press OK. And in the top we've got a Play Store, and then you've got Add. So you can also click on Add over here, and then you've got different apps here. So you can add calculator, calendar, gallery, so we can do those. So let's just do system update as an example, or calculator. We'll click on that, and then we'll click on back, and it's now added that over there. Then what you can do is come here, and you've got these add icons over here, and if you press on one of those, it will then ask which app you want as a favorite. So you can add these as shortcuts to the front. So let's just choose calculator as an example. We click back, and now calculator's over here in the bottom left. So that's nice and easy to access. So apps, you can go to apps over here. That takes you back here. And now what we want to do is obviously install the blue apps which come from SuperBox, which gives you access to these files which I spoke about earlier with regards to what you load onto the system. So what you need to do to get these blue apps is you've got to go to, then what you need to do is you download this app over here from the App Store, from the blue App Store. And then what you do is click OK, and then that will run. And what we need to do is just open that. And then we want to install it. So we click on install. And then once that's done, we go back here, and then we'll go to the pink box again over here, App Store. Do that, and now you'll see in the top left is an App Store that's blue. So what we want to do is click on that, and this then gives you access to all the apps that blue apps have from SuperBox. Now again, this is the disclaimer, so it's up to you what you want to install in the box. Some of the channels in certain territories might not be allowed. All these apps here that you can download. So you've got blue video on demand, so we want to get that one. Then we want blue TV, so we want that. And then we've got playback, so we want that. You want backup TV, yeah. And then you've got obviously all the other apps which we saw earlier. So you've got Netflix, so we can put Netflix TV on and Netflix. We now have all these other apps. So I removed the apps from previously. So let's put the one thing I wanted to highlight about this app store is these apps that are here, these blue apps. So you've got the blue video on demand TV playback. You've also got Prime TV and video on demand apps. You've got Prime Worldwide, you've got Sky TV, Blaze and video on demand, Prime Sports, Prime Loops, Cinema, Fire TV, VOD, video on demand again. So there's a lot of apps here, and a lot of them have a lot of channels as well. So they are very good. The apps that I want to show you just as an example is Prime Worldwide as an example. We'll just wait for that to come up and it will load. what it does is it brings up this screen, and then the middle screen that you can see is sort of loading. That's where you can update it, and it updates all the channels that they have access to. And on the left you can see right at the top over here 6659. That's how many channels there are with regards to what this has got. So you've got here 4K Ultra HD Kids, and you can go down. So you've got access to all of these channels, which is a lot of channels. So that's one of the things I wanted to highlight. And for the older audience that is watching, there's also some of the older channels as well. So you can get some of that if you're interested.
Nice.
Let's go to Blue TV, and we'll let this load. Again, really quick. So that's cool. And over here, basically, this is live TV now. So looking at this time shift, basically you just play the live show that they've got from their app, and then you can see at the bottom you've got time shift, which is left, and then you've got channel search right, and you've got up and down. So what we'll do is we'll push left, and then what it does is it comes up with the time shift and going back, and it shows the date. So what you can do is keep pressing left, and you can see the time changing. So as I press left, in the bottom here you can see the time changing. So you can go back using their time shift technology, which is very cool, and you go back to where you want to go. So let's say it's up to here. You might have want to carry on watching from there, and then you just click OK, and then it starts showing you what was playing previously, so you can go back in time and watch the show. So that's really nice. And then you can go ahead if you want, so you can fast forward if you want, and you can do that by going right. So very, very cool. I do like this time shift technology thing they've built in. So here's some put on. So this is running through the box. It's actually quite quick. There's no lag. It's really good connection. The remote works really well. So we'll volume up. So that's now synced with the TV as well, because it's using the box. Then you volume down, and the box highlights every time I'm doing stuff. So this is really good, and it's really quick. It's so quick. Wow. I'm actually really impressed with how fast it responds, and the app, and how everything works. And then to switch off, you can press the power button. So we'll do that, and there we go, off.